Okay, so there is one more explicit weight mechanism which is called as fluent weight. So in the last lecture, we have seen about WebDriver weight, right? So similarly, the explicit weight, whatever we are talking from the previous lecture, can be achieved in two ways. One, you can use WebDriver weight, and another is a fluent weight. Okay, but there is no specific difference between explicit weight and fluent weight. Fluent weight comes under category of explicit weight. Okay, so it's all about two weights, implicit, explicit. We do have these weights, but these are categorized under main explicit weight umbrella only. Right. So when I said that explicit weight can be achieved in two ways, how different this fluent weight from the WebDriver weight, whatever we have seen in our previous lecture. So this is a WebDriver weight which we did. Okay. Basically, the definition stays almost same. Here, fluent weight also find the web element repeatedly until the timeout or till the object gets found. Okay, if you are waiting for an object and if you give as timeout equals to 10 seconds, it will wait until timeout, or if it found any object whatever it is looking before 10 seconds, then it will stop and it will continue to the next step, which is a great thing of explicit wait, which we have did with an example of WebDriver wait. So fluent wait does the same thing, but the key difference here is it monitor for web element at regular intervals of time. Okay, this WebDriver wait keep on listening on your DOM of browser for your object. Okay, if you give 10 seconds timeout for till 10 seconds, it will keep on looking if the object is found or not. If the object is found, it will proceed to the next step. But every millisecond, it will monitor the DOM. Whereas fluent wait, we have to give polling time so that it only monitors on that regular intervals of time. So if you have given timeout as 10 seconds and polling as 2 seconds, so that means for every 2 seconds it will check in the browser if the object whatever we are looking is found or not. If it does not found, it will again search after 2 seconds. So for every 2 seconds, so it checks on regular intervals of time whatever you provide as part of your polling duration. In that duration, it will keep on checking. But whereas the WebDriver wait, which we did in the last lecture, it will continuously monitor your DOM. There is no polling. For if you give 10 seconds time, it will just check continuously. But whereas in fluent wait, it checks in regular intervals of time. So that's the main difference between that and this. But both will exit once the object is found. No matter how many seconds you give as a timeout, if it finds in 2 or 3 seconds, then it will come out. Because that's the base definition of explicit wait. That it need not wait until the timeout is finished if the object is found in the middle. Now, you might be wondered where exactly I'll come across using fluent wait in real time. To be frank, most of the times we will use WebDriver wait only. Okay, so if you come across any icon which is loading and it may load anytime before 10 seconds, you might use either WebDriver wait or fluent wait. But here in some cases, if you use WebDriver wait, let's say if it is displayed in third second, if you use fluent wait, polling happens in first 2 seconds. I mean, it monitors only on the second, thereafter it monitors on fourth second as the regular intervals of time. But if it found in third second, this will immediately found and proceed to the next step. But whereas in fluent wait, in this scenario, when polling happened for second time, which is on fourth second, then it identifies. Though it is displayed on third second, Fluent Wait is not actively monitoring your application, right? It does only on regular intervals of time. So, I mean, I'm just telling that in 90% of the cases, people just go blindly with WebDriver Wait for explicit wait, but somehow Fluent Wait is very famous for interview questions. Okay, but there is one scenario which I came across in my 12 years of experience. Only once in the 12 years I forced to use Fluent Wait. Let me tell you that. So there is a e-commerce website where you give all your credit card details and then you click on submit. After you click on submit, for first 5 seconds you will get a message like your card is accepted, and after 10 seconds you will get your order is being processed, and then you will get confirmation page. So this is how that e-commerce is behaving. So after you click on submit, the loading icon will keep on loading until you get this confirmation page. But before that, it will give some messages with loading that your card is accepted. You will get a message and it will go off. And then after a few seconds, you will get your order is being processed. All that you will get with that loading icon. Once everything is done, loading icon will disappear and confirmation message will be displayed. But problem here is in first 3 seconds, I got this, which is as per business criteria. And in the next 7th second, I guess somewhere you will get this, your order is being processed. So I was asked to automate this. Okay. But both this your card is accepted message and order is being processed message have same HTML properties. Okay, same class and same tag, I guess. So when I write verify for this element present after I click on submit, okay, so when your card is accepted is displayed, then I got a message that object is found, proceed to next step. Okay, but actually after this message is displayed, it still takes some time to look for confirmation. This displays only after immediately this is displayed. Okay, so when card is accepted, it still load for some time. It will wait for message your order is being processed. Thereafter only it will show confirmation page. But when I actually put wait to look at for this, it's actually there is one more message coming before that, and it's assuming that this is the real one, and then it is proceeding to next step, which is wrong, right? Because it's still loading. So I could not change any HTML, both are same. So I could write both common XPath for both of them, but unfortunately when I write XPath for this is getting accepted. So that's the reason what I did here. I put polling is 4 seconds. So it will does at 0th second first, nothing is displayed, and thereafter within 3 seconds your card is accepted is displayed. But I don't want to look for that, right? So when I use Fluent Wait for first 4 seconds, it will not check. It will check first at 0th second. Thereafter it will not monitor till 4 seconds, because that's how Fluent works, right? It only checks at regular intervals of time. So in that 4 seconds this appeared and went. So freshly at 4th second I was looking again if it is displayed or not. Okay, not displayed. Again at 8th second I saw this is displaying, so that I captured it and then found that we actually pass all the steps and then we proceed to confirmation page. Okay, so this is the only scenario where I have used in my real time. Okay, if I use WebDriver Wait here, it will continuously monitor, and at the 3rd second it saw that as both XPaths are same, it assumed that this is the actual thing, and it accidentally assume this part and moves to next step, but by that time confirmation is not displayed. So in this case I used Fluent. Apart from this, I could not give you the best scenario where I came across, but just go and Google. No one gives you the best example of how Fluent Wait is used. They can give, but you can achieve that same fluent weight with WebDriver weight also. There will be no specific scenario you will find in the Google to show that this scenario can be done only in the fluent weight but not in WebDriver weight. Okay, you can do it in common, but the scenario what I told now can be done only fluent weight because of this regular intervals of polling. Alright, so that's pretty much about the introduction of this fluent weight. In the next lecture, let's actually implement with the code and take it from there. Okay, thank you.